Hey everybody, CreekWater Cody coming at you again with yet another of my series of Gear Guide videos. Today I wanted to show you all a little something I just happened to stumble across as I was researching bug out bag kits. Seems to be a popular thing nowadays to see what kind of survival kits you can put together will fit into an ordinary Altoids can. As you can see, I did kind of cheat. I used the exterior. Altoid's tin in the middle. I wrapped this thing in a big black bandana. It's about 15-20 feet of paracord wrapped around some 550, the small carabiner, lashed to the outside in a small sheath. It's a miniature multi-tool. This thing's got just about everything you could think of on it. It's got saw blades, screwdrivers. A little tight. She's a little small, but there's a couple of blades, can opener, bottle opener, saws, Phillips head, flat head. Nice mini multi-tool. And this thing generally slide right out of here to avoid having to rewrap it. So you set that aside. You have just an ordinary Altoid's tin. Inside the tin, small flashlight. Keep you lit. Speaking of lights, mini Bic lighter. Starting fires. The opposite of fire, water collection. I'm not going to unroll this because it's rolled up very tight, but it's a small Mylar Ziploc bag. Figure in the event that you needed to collect a bit of water, maybe store some leftover food or something, that'd come in really handy. Just a miniature. This is called a watch band compass. It's a small compass that will mount to your watch band, but it's excellent directional. Emergency situation, you want to know where you're going. All right, here we have the components of, which I'm not going to unwrap, but miniature chainsaw. You would unroll him, hook the lines on, work like that. These things cut pretty quick. They're nice and strong. Miniature chainsaw. Just a small packet of desiccant. Keep this stuff dry. Just pulled this out of an old pill bottle. Keeps it from getting negative effects of moisture. Roll of picture wire. Stuff, stainless steel braided cable for hanging pictures around the house. Comes in handy for making snares, catching small critters, tying up shelters too when you need to get something a little tighter. But the purpose and intention I have in here is snare wire. Go with those snares. Well, along with the Bic, keep a few matches in the kit. Weatherproof, pretty much strike anywhere matches. See the little copper cylinders here. They're splice caps. I'm an electrician. We use them for grounding and such. They work really well. You can slide these onto your picture wire for your snares. Crimp them in place. I reckon that's a whole nother video in itself. Digging in a little further. Military pocket can opener. There's no canned food in my Altoid's tin. But if you do happen to come across it, need it, could come in real handy. Just another match. I have wrapped around, I just took the very end of a tie wrap, wrapped it with, it's about 25 to 30 feet of 8-pound test fishing line, wrapped up in a little bit of electric tape just to keep it nice and tight. So some fishing line. Down in the bottom, this is about a 1x2 square of aluminum foil. Come in handy. Collect some dirty water with your Ziploc bag. You could boil it in this. Comes in handy for cooking, making small vessels, pots, cups, clean surface. Back to the fishing gear. Just a couple of sinkers. You can clamp them right on your line with your multi-tool. Floating around in there. Just a small safety pin, repairing, whatnot. Could come in handy. As you can see, there's a small piece of electric tape in the bottom. Stuck to that electric tape. I folded over one side so I could peel it back up. But on the inside there, stuck to my electric tape that seems to be pretty well stuck, I keep just a small sewing needle and a couple of small fishing hooks. With this kit, that's about the contents. You've got some fishing stuff, some stuff to make fire with, some traps, some matches, lighter, flashlight. Tried to cover the basics, survival basics are food, water, shelter, fire, light, and first aid. Now, these things being as small as they are, I did not even attempt to squeeze a first aid kit in here. So I did that one separately. This is my Altoid 10 first aid kit. Kind of the same basis. I cheated a bit. I wrapped it with, it's about 10 feet of paracord, small carabiner, a nice red bandana for making any bandages or slings or anything like that. Once again, slides kind of right out of there. Set that aside. It's clearly marked on the top, clearly marked on the cover. You always want to have these first aid kits accessible and marked so that, if someone else is coming through your stuff, you're the one that's injured, they can find this thing quickly. Alright, inside, see, she's packed and stacked. Some insect sting relief. It's a pretty common one out on the trail. Yellow jackets, bumblebees. So quick clean, keep it clean. That'd be clean yourself before treating any kind of injuries. You don't want to spread any infections. Alcohol and a BZK. Both prep pads for your prospective patient. Burn cream, big one around the campfire. Need I say more? Got a bit of antibiotic ointment here, just for any scrapes, cuts, any kind of open wounds. Just a bit of DEET lotion, bug spray, a little preemptive. That's not exactly first aid, but it's a good place to keep it. Some antibiotic ointment, just a bit more. That's a good one to have, fight off any infection. And the pain that goes with it. Just a bit of Tylenol, acetaminophen, type pain reliever capsules. And some gauze. Just a 2x2 gauze pad. And also a 3x3. Enough to cover a bit of area. I keep in here, it's wrapped in electric tape. Maybe a little handle for it, and that just, you peel that right off. It protects you from the blade. Just an old school razor. If you need to remove some clothing, or hopefully you're not having to cut into anybody with that, but a good blade's a good thing to have. And yet another bit thicker 2x2 4-ply gauze pad. Small pair of tweezers, and once again wrapped on the end of an old tie wrap. It's just a good bit of electric tape. Like I said in my first aid video, I'm an electrician, and electric tape, that's an electrician's band-aid. We just wrap that thing up. If you have to apply the gauze, we can wrap it up with that electric tape. And 3 more of the wooden strike anywhere weatherproof matches. It's a small, simple first aid kit, but pretty much got your basics covered. I keep both of these items actually. I keep the first aid kit and the mini survival kit, the console of my truck. It's come in handy a few times. I've used a small flashlight. Used the first aid kit. The little multi-tools come in handy. But in kind of scenario where, something did hit the fan, it went down. These things, you throw them in, stick them in your pocket, the way they've, even with these, small lanyard, you can clip it right to a piece of paracord, hanging around your neck, wear it around your shoulder. They're small, they're compact. That was the challenge. It really got me thinking. Like I said, being a hiker, it's all about the bulk. It's all about the weight. It's all about reducing. It's all about making things smaller. Coming across the bug out bag, setting that kit up. Like I said, I just came across some guys on YouTube that have done these sort of things, and it seemed like a cool little project. You know, it was challenging. Once again, I encourage all you YouTubers out there that've got your own videos, your own kits. You know, y'all critique me a little bit, post a comment, tell me what you think. Just want to close this one out though with one more thing. CreekWater Cooks camp stove. It's an interesting one that I stumbled across. Once again, I can't take credit for the invention of this, but I created an Altoid tin alcohol burning stove. This thing was fairly simple to make. A few screws in the back, some little 1.5 posts, screw right on. Bend your little frame for the bottom. This would be a mini tin for a fuel cell. It's just some old pink insulation and some more of the screening. You set that up. It's in a Gatorade bottle because the Gatorade bottles are a bit more stout. You can see I've used a bit of it, but it's not Gatorade, obviously. Instead of using alcohol, I use an auto fuel additive they call HEAT, H-E-E-T. You can get it out your auto aisle at any Track Auto, Advanced Auto Parts, and auto aisle at Walmart. It's fairly cheap, but it burns hotter than your isopropyl alcohol. It's clean burning. This little fuel cell here takes about an ounce and a half. So I've got a 1 ounce. This is an old NyQuil bottle. Fill this sucker up, load her down, set her in, hit it with your Bic or with one of your matches, and she is just perfect to hold my minimalist. This thing will burn just about long enough to bring stuff to a boil. Have had to stop and add a bit more, let it cook a bit longer, depending on the volume. Especially if you have some really cold water. I noticed that boiling up some really cold mountain water took a bit longer to bring it up to temperature. This thing works really well. It's another cool little challenge. Show you guys how simple and how quickly this thing kind of breaks down. These guys unscrew. We can knock the screen out. Also, side items that I keep inside of mine. 3 weatherproof matches just in a small Ziploc bag. I'll lay those flat in the bottom. Then my screen will lay in. I'll set my fuel cell inside. Just a bit of aluminum foil. Same principle as the foil inside of the survival kit. You could make a small cup out of it if you need to boil water. Nice clean surface for cooking. Grill top surface. All it fits inside, and just a little piece of a flannel shirt I hacked up. Keep it from jangling around. That's your Altoid's alcohol burner stove. Like I said, I can't take credit for that one. Not my idea, something I got from someone else, but it's one of the cool things about a platform like YouTube. We can all pass back and forth our information and our knowledge, and it's a wonderful thing. Well, hope y'all enjoyed a little short, little novelty video. Hope it sparks some imaginations and whatnot. Till next time, I'm CreekWater Cody. Hey, y'all, do me a favor. Comment, share, subscribe, like. I'd appreciate it. Y'all enjoy the videos. Subscribe, check me out when some new stuff hits YouTube. Till I catch y'all on the trail, I'm CreekWater Cody. Y'all be good.